Welcome to part 2 of the conversation on the Hollow Points podcast. If you have not heard part 1 of this episode, you might want to check that out first and then come back to this. Both are providing an aggressively therapeutic outlet on topics that many think about but are afraid to speak on. We actually made it to season 4. This should be our best work yet. Hope you enjoy our points of view.
Let me change this just to create a different nuance. In the concept of, and I don't know anyone's relationships with their in-laws, okay? But let's just say this woman, not in a different situation, and there is an example that we talked about. She received a ring that happened to be a ring handed down to the guy from his mom, from her mom, from her mom. So this is great-great-grandma Bessie's ring. And it's antique and it's gaudy, but all the women that have been in this family have worn this ring, and the mom felt like, hey, when you get married, you've seen it on TV before, when you get married, this is going to be the ring you propose to her in, and blah blah. And she can't stand this rose gold ring because of the sentimental factor as it relates to tying to his family lineage. Does that make the decision to have that conversation that y'all talk about having, Shonda, does it make it harder or easier?
That conversation should happen before he proposed. Like when they are together dating and you getting to know someone, you should know that, hey, this, I got a ring that's been passed down. This is what our family do. This is what we do. You should know all of this when you're getting involved with someone. So it should have been already talked
Let me ask this
about,
question.
seen.
Do you not marry the dude because of the family ring?
No,
think
because
nobody's saying that.
if it's an ugly ring and you don't like it, but you love him, and this is their tradition, propose. Y'all should come up with a plan, and it should be, okay, you're gonna propose to me with this ring, but we're gonna go buy the ring that I really like, and I'm gonna wear it. But we'll still have this ring as the proposal ring. You gotta compromise and come up with something.
So my question,
Not
Carla,
just to
is
say,
this.
well, I can't get married because I don't like this ring.
My question, Carla, in this is, then are you just putting the ring on when you around his family, like the ugly sweater your grandma bought you when you was a kid? Or is that ring in the drawer for good?
Who is that question for?
You.
Oh, I'd be like, oh, we could put this diamond in something else. I'm gonna make a necklace out of this, or I would wear it on my. Well, here's no, the tradition that the ring was passed down. It wasn't said the tradition the ring was passed down, and I have to wear it and like it because you can't, you can't tell me how to feel. Yeah, I don't feel like I like this ring.
What you make some dog tags out of it?
What you say? No.
Oh, great grandma gonna be pop locking in her grave. My ring.
You put that ring in a box and you say, I'm saving it for my son.
Or I can wear it. Yeah, or I could wear it on the other hand. But I like that, Shonda, because I would have never thought to where you can propose to me with this ring. But because that's such a family tradition, and we want you and your mama, to be happy. But I don't want that as my, because like if anybody knows me, I don't like antique. I don't like vintage. You don't hear me be like, oh, I'm going antiquing this weekend, or I'm looking for the perfect vintage dress. And what makes me think I want your great great grandma Maybell's ring? No, I'll take the ring, but I don't want that to be my engagement.
So
I want my own.
So T, I'm gonna ask you, this $25 million ring that he's had passed down in his family, you not wearing it?
If I don't like it, no. Again, I agree with Shonda. Like, that should be a conversation. We should have that. But I also feel like we can start our own traditions, new traditions. I can wear
You think his mom and them cool with you doing that? You think his mom and them, you think you gaining points?
I'm not marrying his mama. I'm marrying him.
Oh.
I agree with her 100%.
You married a family. I don't know if y'all understand how this works.
Did I? Because at some point,
You so the whole family runs your marriage?
I do feel like family is part of it, but then they become extended. The immediate family is the people that's in our household. At some point, we become the grandparents or whatever, and we start our own lineage. Now, that's not trying to be disrespectful or anything like that, but at that point, that's extended. It's us, everybody within our roof. It's me and him creating our own traditions. It's me and him developing our family plan. It's me and him developing our legacy. It's me and him developing what this looks like for our kids and what love looks like to them, hopefully. So it's not, I don't disregard tradition. I don't disregard what has been
Exactly
done
like
in the
what you're doing.
past.
Sounds
But
exactly
at the
like
same time, it don't necessarily have to dictate what goes on in my household.
any other woman, please, before I let this man jump in and tell his 2 cents on this?
Leave and cleave. That's all I got to say.
Oh, she went biblical. Shonda, can you
I agree with both of them. There's nothing else to say.
what?
Did not marry the
forsake your
family.
mama? Listen.
Did not marry the family.
Oh my
As a man, you have to run your household. If you let your mom and dad call and run your household, you're a weak man, in my opinion.
Hey,
And then it becomes
what's
outside
wrong with the
noise,
family? This
and
was
it
wrong
can
with the American
infiltrate
family.
the family unit that you have going on.
I had a lady to call the lady that I was about to marry, telling her what I wanted. She was
Like she know
calling her
you better
telling,
than you, huh?
yeah,
Let
it
me
wasn't. It was
let me
what her
interject.
husband wanted, not me.
Now, what if this guy did ask one of her friends or her aunt or somebody in her family what you think she would like? Do you show the picture, sent the picture? Do you think she'll like this? And they said yes.
It's a team loss. Yeah, that was it. Because she knows what she feels and how she feels and what emotions it elicited in her. But the one thing I would challenge in this is I've been engaged twice. Okay. So the one thing I would challenge is I find it hard to believe there's a situation where I bought a ring and that ring, let's just say for the sake of this conversation, that ring is $30,000. And she wants to marry me that much more because of the aesthetic beauty of the ring. I think we're putting so much into y'all made a comment that was really valuable here, which is you're marrying the person, not the ring. But so much is caught up in, and this is women doing this. So much is caught up in the ring itself. Oh, girl, let me see your ring. And you dangle your hand down so they can see it, and you shake it back and forth so the twinkle and catch the lights and all of that. And women make this big production about the ring. But I can tell you, I don't know one man, and y'all can correct me where we are here. I don't know one man whose ring is the equivalent price or a greater price than the woman's ring, and they both married to each other.
I think you're capturing the woman who's more concerned about a wedding
Mhm.
and all of that than more than her marriage. And you're talking to women who care more about the relationship than all that other stuff.
But
Has
do you
anybody
know the
ever
man?
commented on how nice your ring is, T?
Do you know the man though?
Let's stay here. Let's stay here because I'm ready for this. Has anybody ever complimented on how nice your wedding ring is, T?
Yes.
How did you feel?
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Do you believe that anybody's ever complimented on your husband's wedding ring?
Yeah.
Okay, who and why?
I don't know.
You just speculate. No,
out there has
I just believe it.
I believe it has happened, but I don't know.
okay.
Well, I will
Shot.
say he
Go
R.
just
ahead.
Kelly
confirmed
believe he
that
can
it has
fly.
not happened.
Right. You said that with such confidence in the moment.
But in my
Shot.
mind, I still feel like maybe he just ain't ran across them yet. But somebody gonna
Oh
compliment him
wow.
at some
Oh, they
point.
will compliment him.
Yes.
Wow.
I agree with
Shot.
you, but when they
I,
do it,
I
they
don't
gonna have a gun and
I
they
don't
gonna be
think
robbing
men
them.
pay attention to anything like that. I don't. In my opinion, I don't think they're gonna be looking at another man's ring and say, "Hey, that's nice."
Have you ever
I think
complimented a
they
man's
probably
ring as a
compliment them
woman?
on a nice looking watch before they do a ring.
As a woman, have you ever complimented a man's wedding ring?
No, I ain't even looked at it that close.
Okay.
Why?
So why is this so important that you have a nice? Because you have a nice ring, Sean. You have a nice. I've seen it. Why is it so important that you have a nice ring, but you could care? You just let me know you could care less what's on your husband's finger.
I didn't say I can care less what's on
Okay.
his finger. I didn't
Okay.
say that.
Okay.
I
Explain to
said
me. How much did you
men
put
would
into it?
care less.
How much did you
But
put into it? Give us that story. Give us that parking lot
took
story.
him to the jewelry store with me
Okay.
to pick his out.
Okay.
And asked him what did he want.
Okay. And he said he wanted this one, and you said whatever you want, babe. Put cheese on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he
Okay.
picked out what he wanted.
Okay. And do you think he was generous, or was he trying to match your swag, or how does that work? Because some people have
It
matching.
matched.
Okay. Okay. Did it have to?
Just the color. So it's like white gold. I didn't
Yeah.
want gold
Yeah.
or anything like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So, Chris, did you reuse the bubble gum? Did you try it on the first proposal?
No, no, they didn't run that play back. It was a different play.
Okay,
The
I'm making sure.
situation was the situation was I didn't know sizes because I wasn't like we got a ring kit now, but I didn't know sizes and know how to get the size, but I was trying to be slick. So I was playing the long game and just kept giving them to her and then seeing which finger it fit on. Because obviously you get these bubble gum, rings at the grocery store, whatever, or at the gas station. And then some of them fit and some of them did. And then finally I got like 2 of them that fit the ring finger. You know what I mean? She put it on and it didn't fit. He was too loose on the little one, and then it fit that one because she would just go up and down the hand. And then when I seen them too, I peeped them, and those is the ones I took. And was like, I need something. I need it to be this size. And it was, it was that play. But the one thing that I do understand is there's a significant disparity in the emphasis that society and people and women put on a woman's wedding ring / band versus a man's wedding ring / band. So I'm going to ask you, Carly, the way Shonda was so flippant about not caring, and then she accused him of not caring. She accused this man of not caring about his ring. Do you agree with that?
Do I agree with what? What was your question? I'm
You
sorry.
agree that a woman's ring is more important than a man's ring as far as the
Absolutely not.
price and
I
okay.
think what we're used to, because what is customary is that the woman gets hers first, and it's the show off piece to let the everybody know she's taken. Hey, don't try to talk to her because she's taken. Look at her finger.
Put a ring on. Yep.
And therefore that's how it works. But I also, and I'm sure they are, I mean, like I'm sure you can find a ring that's a man's wedding band that's just as expensive, but that's just not what has been the symbolic or customary portion of getting engaged. But now women propose to men, and I don't know. I guess if I were to propose to my boyfriend at the time, maybe I would have, spent a little bit more on his ring than I did when I bought it. But I know, that would be a question. That might be a good question to try and find a woman that proposed to a man and see, how much she spent on hers since she gave it to him first versus how much he spent on hers since she got it second.
Let me just jump in real quick. T, I got to ask you this question. If the stipulation for y'all to be married was that you had to spend equally on his ring what he spent on your ring, would y'all have been married?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You would have figured it out.
Yeah.
Okay. Shonda, same question.
Yep.
Okay. And Carla, same thing for you. Okay. Okay. Do you think that most women would answer that the same way?
I hope so, but I have a question for Oberon.
Okay. Give it to me.
Oberon, you've been with a woman for a while and you're considering proposing to her. And you've been looking at rings and you've gotten advice either from her or her a really good friend that would not send you off. Like really would, because if you were like he asked her mama or somebody in her family and they gave him the wrong, they totally sent him off. Like I don't know if that was intentional or they really don't know her either. But somebody sent him off. And would you accept the proposal from a woman?
Would I accept one? And
yeah.
So,
yeah.
And by saying that, you're saying in my mind and in my heart, I believe that my life is better off without her. Would I accept
No.
proposal?
No.
Better off with her.
With her. You were planning on proposing to her.
But she beat you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would accept.
Yes?
I would accept.
You would accept.
Yeah.
Would you wear the ring to get on her knee?
And then wear the ring. Why is this funny?
I would wear the ring if I liked it. I wouldn't wear the ring no matter what.
Okay, cool.
Would you let her know within 24 hours or would you wear it for a while and figure it out?
I would let her know pretty soon. I'll try to find the right place. But all of this is to me like a yellow flag about communication. I know I have a lot of sisters and a lot of women cousins, and I have learned how slick y'all are. So even as a guy, we have to be slick too. We got to watch some of y'all housewives shows, and they get proposed to all the time. And be like, "Hey, what you think about that ring?" Or like you do stuff like that, or be looking in a magazine like, "I can't believe that. What you think about that?" We could be slick too if we really care and trying to get to know them. But for him or anybody to just go off and design something themselves and what they think, and then according to this little blog, I don't think he ever asked what she thought of it. So to me, that's a yellow flag. I don't think she should say yes anyway. So she can say No, not without counseling at this point, because they can't communicate. They can't communicate well enough for her to say yes.
So let me ask y'all this, ladies, because he just brought up a good point, especially changing it to the male perspective. In your thought, when you received your engagement ring, proposal to be married, was the ring itself a gift or a gesture? T, I'll go with you first.
I think it was just kind of both. It was assumed.
Really? Really? It was both? It was a gift and a gesture, huh?
It was both. You know,
Okay,
like it
hold
was.
on. Pause. Was the ring itself more of a gift or more of a gesture?
Thank you, bro. You're learning.
Because it's just like
No,
when they
I pick a
propose, you
set. You
ask.
can't.
It can be a blip.
No, it can't.
I think it was a gesture that he got right.
Okay, cool. Shonda, was the ring a gift or a gesture?
It was a gesture.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Same thing with you, Carla.
The ring was a gift. The proposal was a gesture.
Okay, thank you. Now, I understand everybody got their perspective. That's fine. If it didn't work throughout the engagement or the marriage didn't last, what is the deadline date for him to get that back up at you? Go ahead.
Immediately give it back if it was if we never made it to the I do. Give it back
But
without a problem.
how many years into it will you still give it back?
I would give it back at any me
Yes.
at any
The
time.
ring you got on your hand.
If I were to get a divorce tomorrow from my husband,
Yeah.
he could have the ring back if he wanted it. Yes.
And the diamond.
Everything. Yes. He could have it back. Yeah.
And T, I know your answer, T. What would you say?
Well, tell me what my answer is.
Oh, your answer is, oh no, I earned this.
No, it isn't. If he asks for it back, he can have it back.
Okay, so that's during the engagement and
what
after
would
the
you
marriage
do?
started.
But what would you do if it's no longer working? Give it back or keep it unless he asked?
Ask it. Oh, good question.
And I don't think that's something I think about because I'm thinking about everything else. I got other fish to fry
Oh,
than
that's
think about a
convenient.
ring.
That's
So
convenient.
you would keep it unless he asked.
Sarah, I don't know what I'm emotional. I don't know where my emotion could be. I could throw it back at him. I could be like, here, you can have this ring. You know, it could be, I'm thinking about doing other stuff. And it's like, oh, then you get this ring later. I don't know. I'm honestly saying for me, I don't know. I'm on my emotions, so it would depend on how I feel at that time.
I
Okay,
think
well,
she's
we're gonna
thinking
go to
about
somebody that started. We're gonna go to somebody that started hood. Shonda. Young Shonda
So I'm
gets
sitting
proposed
here
to.
thinking, and I'm like, what? It would have to be so bad that we're getting a divorce. So he wouldn't even have to ask because it'll be so much shit outside. Like you, you wouldn't have to ask for about everything.
you can have it
When you
all.
came to this address, you can have. I'm gone. I'm out because it depends on what you did. And even if we didn't make it to the marriage, of course you can get it back. Like I don't want to have anything to do with you because you then had to do something really bad for us to get a divorce.
I have a question for the women because, and I might be a little weird. Do you guys keep your wedding ring on 24/7?
I do not.
No, I do not. Just my band.
Okay, because the first thing when I get home, I take it off. It's like I take it off, my earrings and everything else. It's like I take it off and I'm free and I'll sleep in it.
That's what I meant to say. When I get home, yes, but when I'm out and about, most of the time I would just wear my band. I always have my band on. And some people say I do it backwards. My band is the first thing that I put on. And then it's my engagement ring. And they was like, no, you're supposed to put your engagement ring on first and then your band goes after. But I always have my band no matter where I go. And then when I get home, I take it off.
Yeah, I don't sleep in mine. I take mine off.
Me too. And mine are connected. So if I take one, I'm taking both off.
It's separate. And if we go out or something like that, then I wear my whole set.
If y'all don't have it on while y'all sleep, are y'all dreaming about being single?
Okay, with you.
If I do, I don't remember it.
That's convenient. That's convenient. Well,
Good answer.
So I do think though, and I appreciate this because y'all have given me some insight that I didn't think I needed to know. But the concept of, I think you guys being mature and having been married and understanding the importance of the matrimony and then the trinket that's tied to it. I'm not sure when is the last time. And let me just ask this. Just as a final question, T, when is the last time you've been to a jewelry store and looked at rings and diamonds and things?
It's been years because it's not something I'm thinking about.
Understood. Sean, the same question to you.
It's been a while, but after our 5th year of marriage, I got a right hand ring. So that's probably the last time that we're celebrating 17 years this Saturday.
So you get a
Oh
toe ring?
my God.
Congrats.
No, maybe I'll get something for 20, but yeah, 17 years.
And then Carla, obviously, how surprised were you? And I know you peruse the internet and look at so many things, houses and just stuff and things, but how stunned were you at the price of jewelry the last time you were in a jewelry store?
Not surprised at all.
Because of the exorbitant price, and we're talking $20,000 for something nice. How does that work with me or a man that wants to propose to a woman? Does he think that I'm going to get something? How bad is a starter ring is my question. How bad is a starter ring as opposed to going 20, 30, 40,000 from the giddy up? Does that make any difference to y'all as women?
I think that comes. Go ahead, Carla.
I don't want my significant other, boyfriend, fiance, husband to go broke trying to pay for one item, no matter what that item.
I
So
feel like before the marriage, have it paid off. We should have the wedding paid off if you decide to do that, and the ring should be paid off before we get together. So if that's not in your budget, don't do it.
That's not most of America.
Man, are you crazy? You
I
say it
think
should be
for
paid
me,
off?
yeah, for me, I'm not, I wouldn't want to wear a $20,000 ring unless we're in a different tax bracket. I mean, it doesn't make sense to me to have on a $20,000 ring and we still have a mortgage and car notes and all that type of stuff. That doesn't make sense to me. And that's just my opinion.
So I guess in 30 seconds, we can go around, and this young lady came into your job with a hoodie on, and of course her hands in her pocket, and she show you the ring. She don't like it. What's your advice to her?
Let me combine. Let me combine that with
A
another
hoodie
question.
on.
She don't like the ring. She hiding
She
it.
don't like the ring. She's hiding.
Oh,
Yes,
she
she's
hiding.
shamed. Yes,
Okay.
she's shamed. That was his visual shaming.
Yeah.
But let me ask this as a compound question because I want y'all to answer both. When you answer that, also tell me the woman who had the best, nicest ring you've ever seen, just as a shout out to her. So go ahead, Shonda. You can start it off. What are you telling this
Oh,
woman?
I don't even know
And
why
then-
you start. Oh, you saying if I saw it, would I tell her ring is nice?
Yes. But then
Yeah,
also
I'll tell her.
tell me the nicest ring you ever seen.
I would say mine because I like mine.
Don't say.
I mean, I don't
Your
know.
ass-
I love mine.
You
I love
love it.
mine.
Love it.
That's
Love
my
it.
ring.
That's why you say yes. And you ain't seen none and been like, man, if I was gonna get another one.
No.
Damn. You really ain't looking at hands.
That's my ring. Yeah.
And what would you advise this young lady at your job who came in with this shame?
I would just ask her, what are you thinking? What do you want to do about this? And listen. And if she's like, I don't think I can go through with this, I think it's the ugliest thing, I would just have her to sit down and think about how she's feeling in this moment. And is it worth it? If you really want to be with this person for the rest of your life, to not sit down with this person and try to resolve this, like the best way you can without too much hurting his feelings, because and if she's just dead set on it's ugly and he made a mistake, he don't know me, he should have done this, then well, baby, maybe I'll just need to talk about it and this may not be for you. He may not be for you. I don't know. But I don't think it's a deal breaker. If she thinks it's a deal breaker, then she might be doing them both a favor. I don't know. If it was my daughter, I would definitely sit down and talk to her and say, there's so many ways around this. You just need to breathe, take a moment, and you and him can sit down and talk about how y'all can fix this, because it's not worth being so upset, and especially taking it to social media for everybody else to judge this man over a mistake that he really thought he was doing something that's going to surprise you and just, make you truly happy, and you put it out there for everybody to criticize and make him feel bad about. I definitely would talk to my daughter about, don't do that.
See, what say you in that same thing? She came in shamed with the hoodie on. What are you giving her advice at your job?
Talk to him. I mean, just talk to him. Because if you stay with this, who knows what this could lead to? Keep going further on in the relationship. It could be more things that you don't like or something like that. And I don't think she needs to be disrespectful, and I don't think she needs to be hurtful or anything like that. But just let them know, look, I really just don't like this. But I think it's just communication.
Is that how you start off the
It's
conversation?
communication.
Because she's young. She doesn't know how to start it off. So what's the first couple sentences she says?
Well, that also depends on their relationship, y'all. Like, how are they? So I don't know. Me and my husband, like, listen, I appreciate everything and I really love it. You always kind of want to sandwich something. Start with the positives and then tell them what you don't like and then still lead with a good note. Like, I appreciate the gesture, yada, 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 but I don't like this ring, so.
And who has the best ring that you've seen?
I would say me, but
Okay.
I don't be really paying attention.
Understood. Okay. And then let's round it out with you, lady. What would you tell the young woman that came into your job with the hoodie that was ashamed of this ring?
The first thing I would do is ask her a question, and my question would be, is it more than just this ring? Because then she'd be like, yeah, well, I don't like his mama, and I think she the one helped him pick out this ring, and I don't like his son, and I most of the time don't like, it's just like, is it just the ring? Because if it's just the ring, we can fix this. But if the ring is just what, he gave me this ring in hopes that I said yes to this marriage and spend the rest of our lives together. And I really don't want him, the family, the ring, the nothing. If it's a whole bunch of things that you don't like, what is this really about? Because if it's just the ring, that can be fixed. That can be fixed with some communication. As far as who has the nice, I don't be, I'll be looking. And I see, especially here, and I see some nice rings. I really,
ain't nobody beat yours.
I mean, if I had to do it again, I'd pick mine again.
So the moral of the story before he closes is that all three of these women, ironically, said that they ring is the best ring they ever seen. But this woman shouldn't have to feel that way. She should be able to get over it and have a communication about it. And it don't have to be the greatest thing she ever seen to get proposed to and say yes to the marriage. That's kind of tough. It's kind of tough for men to evaluate.
Is it though? Because I feel like all of us have stated that
we had input in our ring.
Yes, we've had input in it. So our truth is different. And also, if you pay attention to the wording, it said her fiance blindsided her with it. It does not necessarily mean like, oh, he surprised me. It was a joyful event.
That's what a surprise is, a blindside. But I get what you. I'm not gonna let you do that to this man.
But me, don't blindside or surprise me.
Oh, damn. Listen. Here's the situation. So what I'm gonna end with this as a point. Just go to the pawn shop, get something just as a symbol of the love, and then y'all can figure out the actual ring later on, or just take her and let her figure out how much you working with financially. Because as much as these mature women who have been married forever are making it seem like women don't care about the price and the carats and all, they just want the love so bad, it's too many women on too many channels and on too many commercials. Every kiss begins, everybody trying to get a kiss from Kay. And it's because of these rings that's super big. That ring is too big for this one. Nobody said this. I'm going to go ahead and say it. It's on the screen. That ring is too big for that woman's finger. Do you know how much arthritic action is going to come about from the weight of that gaudy ass costume jewelry looking ring? You know how much glass is getting cut and all kind of things is going on? It was too audacious. And that's what I think she's not saying in here is this ring was too much for my little dainty hands. It can be too much. But what happens is men have the belief that women have programmed into them that the bigger the better, and diamonds are a girl's best friend. So the more diamond, the better friend it is to you. And that's how we gonna keep this love alive.
Yep. What say you, bro? I disagree with that because I feel as though you put it all on the women and what they women want diamonds and stuff like that. But let's be real, we've talked to men on this episode as well, and y'all did not say that's how y'all would lead for one who is not married and one who did lead who is married. You actually took the time to take input for the one and took the long game for the one who is married, and the one who isn't married will still take the time to find his woman's input. So maybe
because that's what she wants.
That's what she would. Thank you. Absolutely.
If she don't want a ring, I'm like, you gonna wear this big diamond $4 million.
Absolutely.
Women want tattoos. Not everybody does rings nowadays. That's not always the new thing,
And that's fine. And I don't think there's a man that I know like, you ain't getting no tattoo. You wearing this ring.
Absolutely. Women do things for the approval of other women. And so therefore, no dude is, just like y'all said, y'all ain't looking at dudes' hands. No dude is looking at women's diamond engagement rings in the idea of trying to see if she's married. Yes. But trying to see what that ring working for or what that ring is worth. No dude is caring about color, carat, quality, or whatever the other one is.
The 4 C's.
The 4 C's. No dude is on that. Women are on that, and the marketing campaign is on that. And so therefore, that's how they make so much money off of this stuff, is because you're doing this as a showpiece and as exemplification of your love. When you see a big blingy ring, you saying, oh, she got her a good one. This man invested in their love. That's just the way men are perceiving it. And that's why you can go to a jewelry store and they charge you 30, 40. Man, they charge a lot of money,
Yeah.
a lot of money for these big diamonds. And dudes, the reason why they ask for it is because somebody's willing to pay for it. And women are big on making sure that they separate themselves from other women in this way. And this is Kobe Bryant's wife got a $4 million ring after he messed up. That wasn't because she just liked $1 million jewelries. That was to equate to how much he loved her as far as she was concerned, and was good enough for the apology.
I agree. So if this young lady, she wouldn't come to me, but if she did, I would say, look, mess up your hair, rip your shirt a little bit, bust in the house and say, I've been robbed.
Oh.
They stole your ring, but don't worry. I'll spend my money on getting the new one.
It takes you, Oprah. It takes you.
This concludes another episode of the Hollow Points Podcast, where we act as your therapeutic outlet on topics many think about but are afraid to speak on.
Oh, you're welcome.